Every day starts the same way. An alarm goes off, and before your feet hit the floor, the excuses wake up. Not loud, not dramatic, just whispers that sound reasonable. Not today. That can wait. That voice in your head isn't your friend. It doesn't scream, it negotiates. It tells you lies wrapped in comfort. It tells you deserve rest. That tomorrow is safer. That today doesn't matter. And you listen. Excuses don't come looking weak. They dress up as logic, as responsibility, as being realistic. But every excuse has one job: to keep you exactly where you are. Stuck. Comfort is the most dangerous prison ever built. No bars, no guards, just soft walls that slowly suffocate ambition. You think you're resting, but you're really rotting, day by day. Remember those dreams you had? The ones that kept you awake at night? They didn't die suddenly. They bled out slowly. Every time you said later, every time you chose easy, every excuse pulled the plug. Let me tell you the truth, no one else will. No one is coming to save you. No mentor, no miracle, no perfect moment. This is it. It's you versus you. Motivation is a lie you've been chasing. It comes and goes like weather. Winners don't wait to feel ready. They move while they feel nothing, while they feel tired, while they feel broken. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Your excuses have names. I'm tired. I'm busy. I'll start Monday. But tired didn't stop your phone scrolling. Busy didn't stop your distractions. Monday never came. Be honest. Ask yourself something brutal. What has your comfort cost you? How much potential did you bury? How many versions of you died quietly? You don't lack talent. You lack standards. And excuses lowered them. Stop treating excuses like companions. They are enemies. They steal time. They steal identity. They steal futures. Every excuse you keep is a weapon pointed at your life. Growth costs pain. So does staying the same. The difference? One pain builds you. The other destroys you slowly. Choose your pain. But stop pretending there's a free option. There will never be perfect conditions. If you wait for calm, you'll wait forever. Winners are built in chaos, in uncertainty, in discomfort. You don't rise when life is easy. You rise when you refuse to quit. This is where everything changes. Not tomorrow, not next year. Right here, right now. Every decision is a vote. Who are you voting for? You don't manage excuses. You don't negotiate with them. You kill them. Without emotion. Without debate. Because every excuse alive is a future dead. It starts with one step. Not a speech. Not a plan. Action. Messy. Uncomfortable. But real. Once you move forward, there's no reverse. The old you will beg to come back. It will promise comfort, familiar pain, predictable failure. But growth demands separation. Burn the bridge behind you. Your body will fight the change. It's addicted to easy, to rest, to shortcuts. But discipline rewires weakness. Every rep is a command. Adapt or break. Your mind will scream louder than your body. It will tell you to stop, that this is pointless, that no one cares, that quitting is logical, that voice is fear, and fear lies. When excuses feel threatened, they get loud. They panic. They throw everything at you. Doubt, self-pity, distraction. Stand still. Let them die screaming. There will be no applause for discipline. No crowd cheering consistency. No reward for showing up alone. This is where most quit. They want recognition before results. But greatness is built unseen, in silence. You're no longer trying. You're becoming. Excuses don't survive identity shifts. When you decide who you are, decisions become automatic. You don't debate discipline. You live it. Stop negotiating with weakness. Weakness doesn't compromise. It consumes. So you become ruthless. The plan gets done. No mood required. No permission needed. Pain stops feeling like punishment. It becomes proof. Evidence that you're alive. That you're moving forward. Comfort fades. Resilience replaces it. You're changing. Time doesn't care about your reasons. It doesn't pause for fear. Every second you delay is gone forever. Use time or lose it. There is no refund. There is no rewind. You will fail. That's guaranteed. But excuses turn failure into identity. Ownership turns it into fuel. Learn fast, adjust faster, and move forward anyway. Here's freedom. No one cares. They're too busy with their own lives. Your fear of judgment is imagined. Your potential is not. Build anyway. Train anyway. Become anyway. Intensity is impressive. Consistency is unstoppable. Small actions compound. Daily effort stacks quietly. You don't need dramatic days. You need relentless ones. Over and over. Excuses die when ignored. They starve without attention. Action suffocates them. Momentum silences them. You stop explaining. You start executing. That's power. The hard road never lies. It doesn't promise easy wins, but it delivers real ones. Shortcuts collapse. Discipline builds foundations. Choose the road that changes you, not the one that comforts you. Self-respect returns quietly. When your actions align, when your word means something, you trust yourself again. And that confidence is dangerous, because excuses can't live there. They suffocate. Rest your body if needed. Never rest your standards. Discipline doesn't clock out. Mental toughness is always on. You don't feel like it. You do it anyway. That's separation. Your environment shapes your behavior. Weak environments breed excuses. Strong ones demand execution. Remove temptation. Design discipline. Stop relying on willpower. Build systems. People will say you changed. They're right. You had to. The old you couldn't survive here. This version doesn't explain. The climb is lonely. Very few will understand. Most won't even try. But solitude builds clarity. And clarity builds killers. You didn't come for comfort. You came for greatness. At some point, excuses fear you. They approach carefully, quietly, because you no longer listen. You act relentlessly, without emotion. You stop telling stories about why you can't, why it's hard, why it's unfair. Results don't speak excuses. They expose them, and yours are undeniable. Pressure doesn't break you. It reveals you. Weakness cracks. Discipline hardens. You stop running from stress. You use it. You weaponize it. Plan B feeds excuses. When there's no escape, you adapt. You fight. You endure. Burn the backup plan. Make this work. You keep showing up, even when tired, even when bored, even when unmotivated. This is where identity locks in. You are who you repeat. Daily. Momentum is dangerous. Once it starts, it carries you. Doubt fades. Action becomes automatic. You don't think, you execute. This is dominance. Results arrive quietly. No unknown cement, just evidence. And suddenly the excuses look ridiculous. You realize they were never real, just fear in disguise. And you beat it. You can't go back now. Your eyes are open, your standards raised. You know the cost of comfort, and you refuse to pay it again. This is permanent. This is who you are. You stop chasing motivation. You become the standard. Others feel it, without words, without explanations. Your discipline speaks. Your life proves it. Excuses can't survive here. Not in this mindset. Not in this body. Not in this discipline. You outgrew them. You outworked them. You destroyed them. It was never talent. Never luck. Never timing. It was always excuses. And once you killed them, everything else followed. Everything. So remember this. Every time you hesitate, every time you delay, every time you explain, excuses are trying to survive. Don't let them. Kill them. There comes a moment when denial ends. When excuses lose their grip. When you finally see the truth. You weren't confused. You weren't unlucky. You were avoiding responsibility. And now you can't unsee it. You stop blaming people. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop blaming the past. Blame was comfortable. Accountability is heavy. But heavy builds strength. And you're ready now. Feelings don't lead anymore. They follow. Discipline takes control. You move before emotion speaks. Before doubt forms. Before fear negotiates. This is how excuses die. That inner voice still talks. But it no longer commands. You hear it. And keep moving anyway. Power isn't silence. Power is action despite the noise. That's mastery. Quitting always charges interest. Every shortcut collects later. Lost time. Lost confidence. Lost respect. You've paid enough already. Never again. Your standards rise quietly. You stop tolerating weakness. Not in others. Not in yourself. Excuses don't meet the requirement anymore. And what doesn't meet the standard gets removed. What once felt unbearable becomes routine. The hard work doesn't disappear. You simply outgrow it. Strength isn't loud. It's calm under pressure. That's who you're becoming. You stop needing approval. Stop chasing recognition. Validation weakens discipline. Purpose strengthens it. You don't need to be seen. You need to be effective. That's maturity. While others rest, you prepare. While others sleep, you build. No resentment. No complaints. This is the price of separation. And you pay it willingly. Every time, the old you feels distant now. Unfamiliar. Weak. That version wouldn't survive this life. You didn't lose yourself. You evolved. And evolution requires sacrifice. Stress used to scare you. Now it sharpens you. Pressure is just resistance. And resistance builds power. You don't run from difficulty anymore. You step into it. Intentionally. You hear excuses from others now. And they sound foreign. Small. Weak. You remember when they controlled you. But that era is over. You've moved beyond it. Confidence isn't imagined. It's earned. Built through action. Through repetition. Through proof. Excuses can't argue with results. They disappear in silence. You stop looking for exits. Stop planning escapes. This is the path, and you stay on it. Commitment removes fear, because quitting isn't an option, and excuses know it. Discipline isn't something you do. It's who you are now. There's no switch to turn off. No break from standards. This is permanent. This is embedded. This is you. Control returns to your life. Not force. Not anger. Control through structure. Through discipline. Through self-respect. And excuses can't survive, control you. Stop taking things personally. Emotion clouds judgment. Discipline clears it. You respond with action, not reaction. Excuses thrive in emotion. You don't feed them anymore. Time becomes sacred, not rushed, not wasted. Used deliberately. You understand its value now. Every moment invested. None sacrificed to excuses. People notice something changed. Not your words. Your presence. You move with certainty, without rush, without hesitation. Excuses don't walk like that. You don't wait for perfect timing. You create it. Action replaces thought. Momentum replaces doubt. Waiting was the excuse. Movement is the cure. And you chose it. You trust yourself again, because you keep your word. To yourself. That trust is rare and powerful. Excuses can't survive self-trust. They collapse instantly. You stop explaining your choices. Results don't require explanations. Discipline doesn't argue. It delivers. Excuses love conversations. You give them none. Only outcomes. Strength compounds daily. Mentally. Physically. Emotionally. You didn't change overnight. You became unstoppable slowly. That's the formula. Some people won't relate anymore. That's the cost. And the proof. You didn't outgrow them. You outworked the mindset. Excuses kept them comfortable. You chose evolution. Hard days don't scare you now. They excite you. Because you know who shows up. Discipline doesn't flinch. Excuses don't stand a chance. You're built for pressure. You proved it. Every day mattered. Even the boring ones. Especially the boring ones. Excuses thrive in monotony. Discipline thrives there too. And discipline always wins. Always. You don't feel special. You feel capable, grounded, reliable. Consistency removed ego and replaced it with strength. That's real power. The mind gets quiet, not empty, controlled. No chaos, no excuses arguing, just clarity and direction. You don't stop, not because it's easy, because it's who you are now. Discipline removed the question. Excuses lost their voice, and you keep moving forward, relentlessly. The truth was never complicated. Excuses were the barrier, not ability, not resources, not luck. Once they were gone, everything opened. This is your baseline now. What once felt extreme is normal. Excuses don't fit here. They don't belong, and they never return. Not this time. Excuses will try to come back, disguised as rest, as reason, as logic. Remember who they cost you. Remember what they stole, and end them immediately. No negociations, no dilas, no explanations. When an excuse appears, you act immediately, without mercy. You don't manage excuses. You don't live with them. You don't entertain them. You eliminate them. Because the moment you do, nothing stands in your way. Nothing.